So if you're expecting somebody else to stand up, the people who are standing up and trying to affect the kids are the ones who have put this book in the library, and the librarian who is asking if he wants the graphic novel version. All right, welcome back to the party, everybody. This is Marty, fast asleep, and I am your host, Lutch, aka the Indian Jesus, here to resurrect the second coming of common sense. Let's party. So we've been talking a lot about schools and what's going on in schools, and I know a lot of you are parents, and I am not, so I don't have very much information to give you on how to navigate these things, except take them out of the schools and homeschool them. But of course, that's much easier said than done. So let's go to Patrick Bet David on his 6 tips on what you should do to deal with the woke school agenda.
There's 6 different ways people are reacting to the madness that's taking place in schools, but I'm going to give you a solution, and I'm going to give you a challenge. What you do with it is on you, but I highly recommend you actually execute some of these things we're talking about here. If you get value from this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with other parents like yourself.
This video too, guys. This video too.
Let's get right into it. Here's a video of an 11-year-old kid who goes to the school library. There's a book in the... I'm not even going to tell you what happens here. Listen to what this kid sees, reads in this book to the board, and watch the reaction.
Guys, some of you already know where this is going. Some of you know the list of books that I keep in my head for people who still don't believe that this is real. Genderqueer, Just the Tip, These Big Nuts, Nick and Andrew, The Bluest Eye, and the Gay BCs. Those are the ones that I can keep off the top of my head. These are real books. Google them. But you might not have to, because I have a feeling one of these books is about to be what we're about to see.
I'm 11 years old, and I go to Wyndham Middle School.
11 years old.
I was in the library, and this book was on a stand. I'd like to read you a page.
God.
6th grader.
My back over my hips as I ask if we should take our clothes off. And he's saying yes before I finish my sentence. He's pulling off my t-shirt, laughing when I can't undo his shirt buttons.
Is this okay? This is okay. There's people who think that this is totally fine. What do you say to those people? I don't know what to do if you think that this is okay. I don't know what to do. Because it should be obvious to most of us that this is not appropriate for a 6th grader, for an 11-year-old. But watching this video, watching him read from the book is not going to be enough for some of you. And that I just don't know what to do with. We have to be aware that there are people like that in your children's school who will vote, not only won't care about what's happening in this video, but will vote for it and say that it should be, and you're a bigot if you don't.
He's undoing my belt. I'm reaching into his bedside drawer for a condom. We're kissing.
God.
Again, we're rolling over. Obviously, you can see where this is going. I don't know if it's because we're feeling especially emotional or just tired, or these past couple of weeks have been too much. But this reminds me so much of the first time we had sex. We were both terrified, and the whole thing was kind of terrible because...
So they're just, aside from being explicitly sexual, they're just throwing F-bombs around. Okay, all right, whatever. This is what you want to do with your kids?
We didn't know what we were doing, but it was good too, so good, because we were a mess of emotions, and we were scared and excited, and everything felt new. So this sort of feels like that. Nick touches me like
this is Nick and Andrew.
He's scared that any minute. Now, this book was at my middle school, and it was on a stand. When I rented it out to show my dad it, the librarian asked if I wanted more and if I wanted a graphic novel version.
Wow.
A graphic novel version?
What?
What kind of school librarian are you hiring? What is this? What is going on?
Wow. And by the way, you're going to get I'm going to show you the clip of what the father does here. But when you watch this as a parent, you get different reactions. I'm having these conversations with a lot of people nowadays, whether it's, we're hitting about dinner, clients, all these different things. They're upset, they're angry, they're furious, but a lot of them feel helpless, but you're not helpless.
No, you are absolutely not helpless. And those of us, if you're watching this video, you're likely, this is not the first time you've heard of this. But you have to remember, there are so many people out there who have no idea. They have no idea. So when you talk about, oh, the teachers are doing this, that, the other, like, it's teachers. What do you mean? Show them this video. Still, like I said, some of them won't care, but a lot of them will. Let's see what the 6 things are that you can do as a parent to help this out.
There's 6 ways people are reacting to the madness that's going on in schools. Number 1 way, parents, oblivious. They're not involved. They don't know what's going on. I'm too busy. I'm trying to pay the bills. I can't get involved. It's too much for me. It's just public school. I was a product of public school. It's all going to work itself out. Oblivious parents, do not be surprised if your kids get caught up in some of this madness because no one's talking to them about it. The second type of parents that are reacting to this, they bitch, they complain, they go and talk to other friends, but they do nothing about it. All talk, but nothing happens. The third thing that parents are doing right now that you can also do in your school is they're saying, this is so crazy. They are bitching, they are complaining, but they're taking action and they're running for school board. Now, here's the thing about running for school board. I want to give you some stats for you to be thinking about. And a lot of you, I want to challenge you to think about running for school board. Some of you are saying, man, it must be a lot of responsibility. Me when running for school, why would I ever get elected? I'm not a political person. This isn't for me. I'm just a regular mother. I totally get it. Let me give you some stats.
Before he does that, that is absolutely an unacceptable position. Well, I can't do it. I have to do it. This is already happening and trending in a very bad direction. So if you don't care enough to inconvenience yourself, it's your children. I don't have any kids. It's your children. So if you're expecting somebody else to stand up, the people who are standing up and trying to affect the kids are the ones who have put this book in the library, and the librarian who is asking if he wants the graphic novel version. So guys, if you are as upset as I am about this, then you are definitely going to find a home at the Indian Jesus Discord server. The party rages on 24/7. We are always in there. And after every live stream, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, we go in there for a panel discussion. It's not you clickety-clacking on your keyboard. We are there live talking together, video on, well, video off, whatever you feel like. But head on over. It is a great time.
Over 90% of things that take place in schools are impacted by school boards. If you're a part of it, you can impact over 90% of things that happen in schools. School boards select a superintendent. Voter turnout, ready, often is only between 5 to 10% of school board elections, meaning if you run for it, it's not like 100% of people are showing up anyways. It's only 5 to 10%. So if you're philosophically in a place where maybe you have more conservative beliefs and you think the way they're influencing the kids is absolutely ludicrous, you can go talk to other mothers and other fathers and say, do you feel this way? Did you hear about what happened? What do you?
Yeah, exactly. And about him saying that, people don't really vote for these things. When's the last time you voted for something on your school board? It's not hard to get attention. It's not hard to get attention. And if nobody's running against you, or somebody who's running against you assumes that, well, nobody's running against me, so I don't really have to do anything. It's not going to be that hard. It's not a presidential run. Think about it.
What do you think about this? What do you think about that? I'm thinking about running. Do I have your support? Do I have your support? And you're getting more people saying, Mary, if you run, Bobby, if you run, I would definitely have your back. We're also upset about this thing here. Now you're starting to recruit other people that would be willing to vote for you because you're concerned about the same issues. Number 4, cost less than $1,000 to run for school board. Number 5,
wait. He skipped over that real quick. If you don't have $1,000 to put towards the safety and well-being of your children, you don't deserve to be a parent. You don't. That is not enough money for you to say, oh, that's too steep for my children, when it comes to their innocence. Their innocence as children that they will never get back. That's not worth $1,000 to you?
sellable campaign message. Number 6, over 70% of school board members say it was very easy to get elected. It's only 1 or 2 meetings per month, not time consuming. You do not have to disclose your political affiliation at the ballot to run. 50 million children are impacted by school board.
50 million. So $1,000, not just for your children, but for 50 million children. Obviously, this is nationwide for, I'm assuming, for all superintendents. But the point stands. If you're waiting for somebody else to do it, they're already doing it the way that you hate. You have to stand up and change things.
Board decision. Let me say it again. Over 50 million children are impacted by school board decisions. That's a big number. And last but not least, 95,000 active school board members in the U.S. Why not you go run for it if you are so concerned about what's taking place? So now we have three different reactions. The oblivious, the ones that bitch and complain. The next one that says, there's no way I'm going to let this happen. I'm running for school board and I'm going to go recruit other parents and talk about these types of issues. Wonderful. By the way, I want you to see what this father does here to get involved, how bold he is. And look how he points out one of the manuals at the end and what he says. Disturbing. Again, I've warned you, disturbing, but watch this bold father concerned about his son.
So I have no idea what we're about to see here, but I am very excited to see a father actually stand up for values and the protection of his family. Unfortunately, we just see a lot of people, parents in general, just kind of waving that off, specifically when it comes to this. So let's see.
Oh, boy. So I'm that kid's father.
Okay, good. I was asking for you.
Yeah, I'll take another 3 minutes. So that's my son,
Okay.
11 years old, and went to his library and found that by the entry door of our library, this is the SMUT that he is finding.
And it is, in fact, SMUT.
All right? I don't care whether it's gay, straight, bisexual, whatever the terms are for.
No, it's not about, oh, this is gay, this is trans. No, it's sexual, and they are children. That is the issue. Do not let them obfuscate. No, think about how often we talk about semantic obfuscation. Don't let them obfuscate the issue and make it seem like you're a homophobe or a transphobe. No, you are trying to protect children if you are standing up for this.
For all this stuff doesn't need to be at our school. Doesn't need to be at my 11-year-old's library. And then as far as genderqueer,
Told ya.
I've got a son in the high school as well. And this is bullshit. We know it. All right. We do not need to be having
Look at the parents. Look at these two women as he said that.
bullshit. We know it. All right. We do not need to be having literature that's showing boys how to suck dick.
And he said it. We know it. We know it. We know that this is not appropriate. And yet, it's there. Why? Because somebody on the other side of this issue decided, I think this is important enough to me to stand up, run for school board, do this, that, or the other, write a book, whatever it was, they did something. What are you doing? What are you doing to safeguard the innocence of your children and our nation's youth?
All right. I'm very, very frustrated about it. Okay. And you may think that schools know the best for our children. You know who know the best for our children?
Parents.
The parents.
Are you upset? Are you frustrated? Are you angry? You getting the chills all over your body?
You should be.
You're kind of sitting there saying, I cannot believe this is actually taking place. Well, then do something about it. Do something about it. Half the battle of challenges that takes place is when leaders don't do anything about it. You are just as guilty if you allow this madness to take place as the people that are allowing that type of content to be in schools.
You are just as guilty if you sit by and don't do anything as the people who wrote the book, the people who put the book in there, the librarian who was asking for the graphic novel version. Guys, I would hope that we could all agree on this. But if you disagree, if I'm off base anywhere, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for partying with us. Once again, this is Morty Sleepin', and I have been your host, Lutch, aka the Indian Jesus, here to resurrect the second coming of common sense. We are live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, and in Discord right after and 24/7. Join us. Until then, guys, we are out of here. Peace.